Hey there, Kenneth French of Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. We're very, very happy you stopped by. Either you're going to watch this or listen to this because you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably an entrepreneur who's either just starting out or you've been around for quite a while and you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably a real estate investor, maybe even a real estate agent, maybe a professional or of some sort, professional advisor of some sort. And well, you are stopping by because you need some valuable advice from one of the top industry leaders there is. Anyway, thank you very much. Once again, Kenneth French, Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. Really glad you stopped by.
We're here to help you make money. You probably will be able to make money pretty easily based on this presentation. If you're an entrepreneur, real estate investor, real estate agent, well, just an entrepreneur who has some dough and is spending it on their business, you're probably going to make some money based on this presentation. My name is Kenneth French with vastsolutionsgroup.com. We're going to be, by the way, we've been doing artificial intelligence for years. So we know a thing or two about artificial intelligence, about tax credits as it relates to it, because we do tax finance and artificial intelligence. So we're going to get straight into this presentation so you really understand what it is when we're talking about artificial intelligence and tax credits, etc. Once again, Kenneth French, vastsolutionsgroup.com. This presentation, AI plus R&D or research and development equals profit, because it really does. In so many ways, artificial intelligence equals profit in itself. R&D, well, the government's giving you money to learn about AI, to do AI, to use Claude, to use ChatGPT. The list goes on. So let's get right to it. Now, you're probably leaving money on the table. Yeah, you're leaving money on the table. And you'll see after this presentation, that might be a little offensive to you, but it's probably true. Your tax professional, your AI professional, if you have one, isn't talking to you about, well, AI, R&D tax credits. We're going to get into the specifics of how you can be getting money back from the government. And who knows, maybe if need be, you can use us to work with your CPA to explain the situation. vastsolutionsgroup.com. We've been around since 1969. We started out as a finance company, basically, investment company, insurance company. Now, I took it over in 2006. I've been an author, I've been doing some business for a while. As you can tell, I'm a little old. We're part of vastassetdefense.com. Bob Bloom's one of our partners, the well-noted asset protection estate planning attorney who runs asset defense team. I've been with vastsolutionsgroup.com in its existence since 2006. And again, we do tax, finance, and artificial intelligence for entrepreneurs. So let's get right into it. By the way, why are we any good? If you know Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from the Shark Tank, you've probably heard him say, or hopefully you've heard him say some good things about us. If you stop by our website, there's a video there, vastsolutionsgroup.com. What he said is vastsolutionsgroup.com is saving entrepreneurs money on tax. Check them out. You'll be glad you did. He is pretty diligent about watching his money. If anyone is, it's him. So he wouldn't be touting us unless he thought we were pretty good. He's not one of those guys who's bullhard, who throws out information without really vetting it. And he did that. So again, check out our website at vastsolutionsgroup.com. Let's talk about leveraging AI or artificial intelligence. There's a couple sites out there. You've probably tried them or know of them. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, which is Google's, AI platform. It's good business. It's smart business to use artificial intelligence. If you're not using it yet, someone who's going to be, or if you're saying you don't want to use artificial intelligence, your livelihood, your money could be taken by someone who is using artificial intelligence or Claude or Chat or whatever the case is. Let's get into the kind of the nuts and bolts of this. Research and development. What is research and what is development? I know you know this, but I'll throw it out. Research is investigating how to create something new. You get that. You're investigating, researching, if you will. You're looking backwards to see how to create something that's new or unique or better something. Development. What is development? On the right-hand side, you'll see actually building something new. After the research has been done, now you're trying to improve upon or build something that wasn't there before. Research and development. What's the criteria that the government provides for you to, get these R&D tax credits? You have to do something new and better. That makes sense. Something that's not been around, just try something new and better. Will it or will it not work? There's got to be some risk to fault, some potential that it will not work out. Okay. And then finally, or not finally, I should say, a trial and error test. You have to test it. Maybe a CRM as an example, new cool technology using Claude or whatever. It works in some cases. In some cases, it might not work. So it's got to be a trial and error, and it has to be something not cool. When you're in high school or in maybe college, you were doing science and technology, engineering, or math. Not cool. Well, it's cool as the government looks at it because they will pay you research and development tax credits. It will lower your taxable income. It will lower your tax liability, I should say, to be exact. Example. I'm going to give a few examples, and then we'll get in some specific examples as it relates to us, and so you can understand how R&D tax credits can be gotten, if you will. In general, you can create a new marketing system. Are you working on a new marketing system? You might be able to get some R&D tax credits, number one. Number two, analysis. Are you doing anything with respect to analysis? Well, you potentially could be getting some R&D tax credits. Property management tool. Are you a real estate, let's say, property manager, and you're using some new cool technology? Again, that's something you can be getting R&D tax credits for. Let's get into the specifics about us here at vastsolutionsgroup.com. What have we done to get R&D tax credits? Mainly, I'm really looking at 2024 because we've spent a huge amount. I've spent so much money. We've spent so much money in getting R&D working, so really to better our company. So we will also be able to get R&D tax credits in a big way. So we call them causations. And why are they called causations? Because Einstein, our platform, our AI platform, is based on a lot of what we call Einstein tech system. So it's a workflow. You might name it workflow causation. So if we put in, if someone calls in our office, a bunch of automated workflows happen. Causations, that would be the analogy. So there's no human interaction. Boom, 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 boom. Things happen automatically. That's awesome. Because then we don't have to be on the phones answering the phones. Clients are taken care of on a much quicker basis. Workflow, automated workflow. Einstein, even our own phone system, you can even try it. It's a little clunky right now, but long story as to why. But 415-212-8189, it's an automated phone system. So it's answers. AI is answering that phone system. And again, we're getting tax credits, federal tax credits as a result. We don't, and I live in Washington, so we're not getting any Washington tax credits. Long story as to why. Tax Projection Plus for our clients for years, we've been able to get federal tax credits because we have the software, this AI software that we developed that helps prognosticate, guess what the tax liability is going to be for an entrepreneur, a real estate investor. And it works backwards. It helps to figure out today what the tax liability will be down the road and ways to mitigate that or lower that. We have an app in beta. That app is called Vast Vault. We wouldn't have it if it weren't for artificial intelligence, because everything basing around that app is based on artificial intelligence. We have a community called the Vast Vault. That community is basically all rooted on artificial intelligence, on our Einstein system. Our customer service, now it's all artificial intelligence. It's been kind of for a while, but we didn't use it as effectively as we should have. So now it is. It's all AI generated. Our content, all of our content we call Vast Voice, all of it's AI generated. And it's been, I think since 2014, it's been AI generated. There's a couple other little systems. I won't go over into it. But what I would say, Vast Property Solutions is our property management arm, and all of it's, not all, can't say all, most of it's artificial intelligence generated. A lot of it's sitting on our own chassis at, Einstein, but also a lot of it is utilizes, in that case, ChatGPT. So let's go over some of the benefits of artificial intelligence for real estate, for you people who are usually our marketplace, the people who are out there investing, managing, long-term holds, buying, selling notes, tax liens. Well, in general, what are the benefits? It helps the United States, by the way, as a caveat. It helps the United States, and it makes it for a stronger United States because we're all doing cool technology, cool AI, right? So it's going to help us relative to our adversaries. AI, right? Quick decisions. AI, it makes you make quicker decisions as a real estate investor or property manager, whatever the case is. So don't you want to make quicker decisions than you would have otherwise made? You have a competitive advantage against your competitors who are not using artificial intelligence. As an example, scale, you can get a lot bigger because you're using artificial intelligence, and you can have AI bots out there and boom, 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 making it so you're a lot bigger potentially than you are. Looks professional. You can make it look, I can have, relatively speaking, artificial intelligence, me out there looking, instead of me dressed like this in would be a suit and a tie as an example, using big, cool words. Automate, as I mentioned earlier, you can automate all your tasks. I'm going to just jump to the most important thing as far as artificial intelligence. Brings down prices, by the way, but it frees up time. I don't have to be answering the phones. Our causations or automations, boom, 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 everything's automated. So I don't have to be on the phone when we have whatever. Let's say we had 10, I don't know how many people call our office. Let's say it's 30 in a day. Well, our system is answering it, taking care of the clients that much quicker. So I could be at home, spending time with my family. Really quickly, going to go into the difference between deductions and R&D tax credits. In general, as I'm going to bring you down to federal credit carry forward. You get no carry forward on deductions, but on R&D tax credits, here in this case, 18,000. You get roughly the same tax savings, but because you have that federal credit carry forward, you save more money. So bottom line, because you're bettering your company, if you will, doing some innovations, you end up saving more money. You got to like that, right? Now, real quickly, let's talk about how the AI R&D tax credits should work. You got to go out and do the data collection. That's work, by the way. Sometimes we could do it for you. You're at vastsolutionsgroup.com. You can then do the eligibility, identify what expenses are part of the R&D credit, then optimizing those optimizing that research, optimizing what should lie in the framework of AI R&D, and then do it on an ongoing basis and orient your business towards that. You'll be happy that you did. Finally, what to do really as a result of this presentation. At the end of the presentation, contact a tax professional. I would say that's very important. Why? Because you could go back 3 years and get some federal tax credits that you are due. Maybe your tax professional messed up, didn't see that, whatever the case is. That's a huge deal, right? Just for using ChatGPT 2 years ago, you can get money back. If your tax professional didn't do so, call us. We can help you. If they don't understand, we can help. We work with tons of tax professionals who have over 10,000 in one of our clubs. And by the way, that could be bookkeepers, whatever. And contact us if you are a tax professional and you need some help. Do the AI R&D process. And then, by the way, reap the rewards. Cash in your pockets better than no cash in your pockets. And then rinse and repeat on an ongoing basis. Be in communications with your tax professional. Do the R&D tax credit. Reap the rewards and rinse and repeat. I would say I'm going to jump forward. AI plus R&D equals profit. Hopefully, by seeing this quick presentation, you figured that out. One way of getting involved, go talk to your tax professional. If you need any help, vastsolutionsgroup.com. Please tell them Kenna French sent you. My goal is to help you as an entrepreneur. If we help you, you end up being happy, and hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll get some referrals out of it. So once again, my name is Kenna French of vastsolutionsgroup.com. It's totally been a pleasure spending time with you.